Gasp!
Gasp. Scary
Gasp.
stuff.
Gasp? Gasp. Gasp.
You ready?
I think we're ready.
Is it on?
It's on.
Head on. Hello, ghost fans, hunters, and skeptics. Today is Wednesday, January 9th of 2019, and it is also one of my favorite days of the year, National Apricot Day.
Apricots are the best.
Apricots are horrible.
What?
Anyway, there's 3.4 million tons of these little tiny fruit thingies produced around the world every year. 3.4 million tons.
Well, you know how you're supposed to eat them, right?
I don't know. I just throw them at people.
No, you're supposed to, like, take one thumb, take the other thumb, put each thumb on each side of the stem at the top.
Uh-huh.
And then rip it open.
Okay. Well, they are chock full of vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
With small amounts of cyanide.
Perfect for murder.
Murder, yes. Which leads us to the next great day that today is.
Oh?
It's National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
I don't think those two things really coincide. You know,
Well, with the cyanide in the apricots, and then it murders somebody, and then the police get involved.
Okay, yeah,
See? There we go.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
You know, and with nearly 1 million law enforcement officers in the United States, it's very important that we honor them for the very tough work that they do every day, risking their lives.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that some of them have lost their lives in the line of duty. You know, a lot of that is senseless. But, you know, we need to take time and really support the police officers and the job that they do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Right.
At my place of employment, we actually honor a 10% discount.
Really?
Yeah, we do. It's not really a corporate thing, it's our store only, really.
Right.
That I know that does it, but we do. Not only military gets 10%, so military family and spouses and active duty and retired and all that fun stuff, but EMS, police officers, firefighters, and that such and so forth. They all get a 10% discount too.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
We actually get quite a good number. We actually have some life flight people.
Mm-hmm.
The people who fly the helicopters.
Oh, yeah.
For the whole life stuff. Yeah, they
Right.
come into the store every so often. So
Okay, well, that's good. This National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day has been around since 2015.
2015.
So this is like the 5th year that they've celebrated it. And you know what people do on this day is go up and thank a cop.
Yeah.
They do a great job. Shake their hand. Tell them, hey, you guys, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
I don't think any showed up at my store today, so
Yeah.
I really couldn't do that today.
Right. But they do a great job out there, so, you know, it's a good day for people to, you know, maybe wear blue.
Yeah, I'm not wearing blue.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I'm wearing a little bit of gray, black, and red.
Yeah. So, support our local law enforcement officials. When you see one on the street, give them a high five.
Yeah. What else is today?
It's like Balloon Ascension Day, like hot air balloons.
It's a little cold for that.
It is. Well, you know, this part of the country it is. It's like freezing. So Balloon Ascension Day, that's one thing that's going on. But hey, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm your law enforcement supporting patriotic host, Tom. And with me in the studio is the lead junior police cadet, the unpaid intern, Phoenix.
Woo!
Yeehaw. We have a great show planned for you tonight, as we do every show. So sit back, relax, and allow us to be your guides into the familiar unknown.
Alright, and we are back.
So welcome back. To those of you new to our show, let me tell you who we are at the Skeptic Sanctum. We might be a group of people that may or may not live in a dark basement full of enchanted items needed to destroy any kind of evil mythological monster or demon should they rise up against humanity. Or we are just a team of individuals interested in the paranormal and the supernatural who simply want to believe. But we also want proof. And of course, we want the facts. And now for the format of our show. Because we are not your normal paranormal show. It is our goal at the Skeptic Sanctum to give you, the paranormal fans, the ghost hunters, the supernatural skeptics, and others, take you on a humorous yet informational ride through the paranormal genre. And our formula is simple. And it hasn't changed. We are 25% facts, 25% fun, 25% beer, because that's what keeps me in the chair, and a strawberryta, whatever that is, and 25% stuff we make up as we go along. And since National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day has been around for 5 years now, we at the Skeptic Sanctum always give you, the ghost fans, supernatural skeptics, ectoplasm collectors, paranormal pundits, and whomever else, 105% of pure paranormal education, entertainment, and fun. And as always, including tonight, we are live for this show. In fact, we are always live somewhere in a space-time continuum. But especially tonight, and possibly we are live somewhere in the past. But we're always live someplace. So when you listen to the replay of this show like 2 weeks from now, we'll be live again.
Yeah, well, we're live right where you are.
Wherever you're at, just plug us in, tune us on, or turn us on, and
tune out everything else.
Yeah, tune out everything. That'd be best.
Yeah.
And we at the Skeptic Sanctum plan to bring you more guests, more remotes from events, and even being more skepticaler.
Yeah.
Even if that's a word.
If we weren't already skeptical enough as it is.
That's right. And how can you keep track of what we're doing? You can go to the Skeptic Sanctum Facebook page, Lantern Paranormal Facebook page, and our other affiliated pages for information, dates, times, locations, and all that kind of stuff. And now for tonight's show. Now, I'm not sure what the show is about because Phoenix wouldn't tell me, so I could only imagine it's going to be something that I'm not going to like.
So, Tom,
lay it on me.
Growing up, there was a horror movie you never watched.
I never watched.
You refused to watch it.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. This is like the one thing you've always said was too realistic to be watched.
Yeah, okay, I know where we're going now, so...
You were always a little upset, disgruntled, and Mom and I would literally sit down and watch it with you home just to, like, make you disappear for, like, an hour and a half in the bathroom. Like, I remember we turned it on once, and you're like, oh, I gotta go poop.
That's my excuse to get out of the room.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to get out of anything.
Well, that's for sure. So anyway, so I imagine that the only thing that could be is we are talking about the Twilight trilogy.
No.
Oh God.
There's
something worse?
There's something worse,
oh,
and that's
geez.
actually not a trilogy. It's a saga because there's more than 3 of them.
Really?
There's like 4 or 5 of them.
I was halfway through the first one, going, okay, I'm done. Because real vampires don't
sparkle,
sprinkle, whatever. They're supposed to explode in the sun.
This is very true.
So what are we talking about? What is the topic?
Tonight's topic is body snatchers.
I'm out of here.
No.
Oh,
God. I think it's from the 2000-ish movie or the 93 movie here. But it's one of the pod things.
Oh, God. I mean, there's nothing scarier
than a giant flower thing.
Than a giant plant eating people and then growing duplicates in its, thorny, prickly, leafy, stemmy, whatever plants are. Yeah, that's just, or pods. Just a thought.
Just the thought?
Just the thought is very disheartening.
Well, Tom, gotta get over your fear one of these days.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I will admit that some of the pictures I'm just like,
Yeah, see, now you know why I don't like it.
I can't believe I watched I think it's the 93 version of the movie.
There's more than one?
There's 4 of them.
Oh my gosh.
There's 4 film adaptations.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, the 1956 classic Invasion of the Body Snatchers was
the best, I think.
I think, for a sci-fi horror movie of its time, it's a classic.
Yeah. I think I watched that one, and I believe I watched the 93 one, but I don't remember the other 2.
Well, the 93 one was probably just more blood and guts and gore, because that's what movies turn into. The 1956 was more suspenseful. It wasn't the jump. It wasn't around every corner. It's more the music would get louder and play, and all of a sudden, dun dun dun, and there's a pot person.
Yeah.
It was building up to the climax of having, seeing yourself before they kill you.
Yeah.
And take your place.
Yeah, let's see. If I look it up just to get some more information on it real quick, there was the Body Snatchers is a 1955 science fiction novel by American writer Jack Finney.
Okay, so started with a book, a little novel, The Body Snatchers, and then from that they created the movie a year later.
Yep, there's the novel has been adapted for the screen 4 times.
Ooh.
The first film, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, in 1956. The second one in 1978, the third in 93, and the fourth one in 2007.
Okay, I don't remember the last couple because I refused to watch them.
The 2007 one, I think Mom watched it, but I didn't watch it because I wanted to watch it with you.
That's never going to happen.
I wanted you to sit down and watch it with me because it was supposed to be scarier than the first 3.
Of course, there's going to be more blood and guts and gore.
Oh
boy.
2007. Yeah, The Invasion was the one from 2007.
With Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah, that's like Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, that's starring Nicole Kidman. Yes.
So
the reason why it was scarier, right?
Why was it scarier?
Because it was not, the older movies. There's like stuff in editing that you go, there's no way. And this one was well thought out.
Yeah.
So that logical things were happening. Like body snatching, Tom.
It makes it worse. So let's step aside from body snatching for a little bit and go into the paranormal field.
I mean, the Body Snatchers are paranormal.
No, it's sci-fi horror.
Okay.
But there are things that are in the paranormal world that we can classify as unique things, and one of them is doppelgangers.
Yeah. Doppelgangers are pretty cool. I mean, if I get rid of that and I throw this up here. It's a baby doppelganger.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There's a likeness of that. No, you always make reference or you make light of the fact that you see somebody or see a picture that looks exactly like you. I think one that comes to mind right now is... there's an old picture from the 1800s, and then you turn around and it's a guy from today, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. We're pretty sure Nicolas Cage is actually a vampire.
I think he really is a doppelganger because if you look at some of these pictures, I mean, it's a spitting image. So this guy's been around like for hundreds of years.
He's a vampire.
And, it's just eerie.
Vampire.
Yeah, definitely a doppelganger there.
And the guy in the picture next to Nicolas Cage, I think he had a name and everything, too. He was a real person.
No, of course.
But, like, the likeliness is uncanny.
Yeah, it is. It is. Now, the baby picture he had up there, okay, the baby was dressed the same, so it gave the illusion that it was, a true doppelganger. But Nicolas Cage, if you look at these pictures, I mean...
And there's a couple pictures of this guy, too.
They're wearing different clothes, and they still look, identical.
Yeah.
It's scary. Very scary. How old is this guy for real?
I don't know.
He could be hundreds of years old.
But he's from the Civil War.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was hundreds of years old by now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe doppelgangers. You want to talk a little bit about doppelgangers? Just as an overall...
Let me see. A doppelganger is a non-biologically related look-alike, or double of a living person. So that happens out there. You run across somebody, and I've had people in my travels say, I met a guy that looked just like you. You look just like my cousin. Says, nope, no relation, sorry, don't know you.
There's other people that look like you?
Unfortunately, poor guys. Some tradition and stories equate doppelgangers as an evil twin. But then my question is, which one's the evil one? You don't know, do you? And let me see.
I think we should take a vote. Your dad is
the evil one. Yeah, we
know.
Definitely.
Evil.
We all know Tom's the evil one.
Yeah. Okay. The word doppelganger today is used in more general, in the neutral sense, as like when you describe a person who physically or behaviorally resembles another person.
Yeah.
So that makes it easy. Looking through the notes here. Blah blah blah. Having doppelgangers goes back to ancient Egypt. It's talked about in Greek mythology. So there are doppelgangers, and these look-alike people go back thousands of years.
Yeah, there's something I put in your notes there, Tom. For after you talk about the thing that comes after the doppelganger. And it's from the Philippines.
What is that?
It's an aswang, but we'll get to that.
It's a ass what?
No, aswang. I can't pronounce words.
Okay.
We'll get to it after we talk about there's other versions of doppelgangers.
Like the next one is called a fetch.
Yeah.
So I've never heard of a fetch. So that's new to me.
Yeah, it's new to me too. So I was a little confused on what it is, but I read somewhere that's shown up in literature before that I've never read.
Okay, well, let's take a look. A fetch is a supernatural double or an apparition of a living person. Oh, in Irish folklore.
Yes.
Okay, so it comes from Ireland, and it's they say it's like a doppelganger. But now this is a little bit different here. They see a sighting of a doppelganger or a fetch is regarded as a bad omen, which could be bad, meaning impending death.
Whatever shall we do?
Oh no. But they go on to say that it comes from the verb fetch, the compound fetch life, which refers to a psychopomp who fetches the souls of the dying.
Yeah, I was looking into the psychopomp. And basically what it is, it's kind of like the Grim Reaper, but not the Grim Reaper. And literally all it does is it guides your souls to the afterlife.
Well, it doesn't seem so bad. It's like, come, follow me. I don't want to go with you.
So that's why...
Come into the light. I don't want to go in the light. If you don't come in the light, I'm going to get my brother, the Grim Reaper, and he's going to make you go into a dark place, and you don't want to go there.
Basically, that's what it is, yes. But as I was reading into it, it was the reason they will appear as apparitions of people who are still alive is to entice the ghosts or the spirits, the souls, or whatever, to continue on into the afterlife. So they'll appear as your child who is still alive when they were younger, and try to entice the parent, grand old people off to the afterlife type of thing.
I don't remember your name. You look familiar.
I'm your son.
You're no son of mine. Oh, yes. Good times. Good times.
So go ahead and click on that link.
We have a link here.
We have a link. It's a Wikipedia link.
Oh, Wikipedia.
You know you love it. Just click on that thing right there. The second link that popped up.
Oh, this thing. Okay,
yeah,
got
yeah.
it. I'm computer challenged. An Aswang. That sounds perverted.
Why does it sound perverted?
I don't know.
Say it again.
Aswang.
Yeah.
It sounds more perverted when your dad says it.
It's because it's dad.
Okay, let me see what we got here.
This is an artist's depiction.
Oh, this is horrible.
What is it?
I don't know, but is it? I don't. Is it Gene Simmons? Is it going in the mouth or coming out?
It's the tongue, so it's Gene
Oh,
Simmons.
it's Gene Simmons.
Okay, Gene Simmons
is an
Aswang.
Aswang.
Aswang?
Aswang.
Asung?
Aswang. I don't know. It refers to a shape-shifting evil spirit in Filipino folklore. Could be a vampire, a ghoul, a warlock, or a witch.
Or a different species of werebeast.
A werebeast, I guess that means like a werewolf.
A werewolf, werecat, werefish, you know. Where?
Yeah, where?
Where are they?
I don't know. They're on... You may want to check under there.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, look under there.
Why do you look under there?
Under where? Oh, crap! Dang it! Hate that joke.
But you were trying to get me with it. Okay, what's an Aswang?
Okay, we first... Oh, it's a shape-shifting evil spirit.
But, like, what else is there, though?
Oh,
what does it do?
Oh, what else does it do?
What does do?
You know, regional names include Tick Tick, Whack Whack, Sock Sock, and King King.
Cling Cling, I think. 'Cause that's an L.
Oh, yeah, there's an L in
Cling
there.
Cling.
So about them, let me see here. Anthropologists postulate that the Aswang belief came from myth-making of the Spaniards' intent of keeping the population under control. So not only did they take religion to the islands, they also took stories of evil monsters to keep the public at bay. System, town, range, easy to manage layers.
Quintessential versions of the Bao Bao.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. That's crazy. Oh, Bao Bao or Ghoul.
Which replaces the cadaver with banana tree trunks after consumption.
Huh.
So, basically, it looks like it eats people and takes their place.
Eats dead people.
It eats dead people and takes their place.
Okay.
Unlike vampires and other simulate creatures, they are not harmed by the sunlight. They are daywalkers.
Whoa, no, that is scary to have a monster walking around in bright daylight.
They can also be befriended. They can talk to you like any normal human. They laugh, cry, get angry, sad, hurt, humiliated, and feel shy and envious. These creatures do not harm their friends and neighbors, and were said to be exempted from their target victims for food. Hence the Filipino saying, an Aswang is better than a thief. And I wasn't going to try to say it in Philippine because they're
that is yeah, we're not even going to try that there.
Yeah.
Transfer at night.
They search for food in faraway places that it could not be too obvious for them.
So let me get this straight. So if we have an Aswang living here, they're going to go down the road to eat people.
Yes.
Now, what if there's an Aswang that lives down the road? They're going to come here and eat people.
Yes.
We're screwed.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. So what if, though, there's one there and there's one here? Do they, like, fight for territory? Do they, like...
Do they protect... The ones here protect us from the ones over there? Or do they cross in them, you know, as they're walking... One's walking this way, the other one's walking this way.
Hey, Fred! Hey, Bob!
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Good, Fred!
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat Susie today.
Oh, poor Susie. I was gonna have tea with her tomorrow.
Not now.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm gonna go after Henry today.
Henry, he's such a pompous. Yeah.
They did a British show about those.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but I tell you what, I think it's either on Hulu or Netflix.
Well, there's a couple. Actually, there is a lot of references to these guys in pop culture.
Absolutely.
So, Surviving Evil, also known as Evil Island, it was a 2009 horror film, directed and written by Terrence Daw. Not like any people who I know, where a documentary filmmaker travels to the Philippine island only to discover that a colony of shape-shifting carnivorous things have inhabited the island. They also showed up in
lots of TV shows.
Yeah.
Even in season 11, episode 3 of CSI.
And season 3, episode 14 of Grimm, which was actually like kind of based on the whole like.
Well, Grimm makes
genre.
sense because, but CSI.
Which CSI was it?
Crime Scene Investigation, Blood Moon included a reference to the Oswang, a hybrid cross between a vampire and a werewolf.
It might have been like, you know how like in some of the Law and Order not Law and Order games, in the Law and Order and Dexter and all that fun stuff, they had those like serial killers that they would follow throughout the series.
Right.
It's probably like that. I never got into CSI, so I wouldn't know, but that's probably more like what it was like.
Yeah, probably.
And it was even in video games like Shadow Warrior, Nightfall Escape,
Final Fantasy,
Stormblood. I played that one. And it was portrayed as a Parasaur. Tetrasaur? I have no idea. I haven't fought it yet. That's all I know.
It's coming up, I bet.
I'm getting pretty close to done.
Yeah, so they seem pretty crazy creatures.
Yeah. What other creatures are out there that we haven't mentioned? That are man-eating, deceitful,
Who?
scaly, cold-blooded. They like to wear skin.
Snakes.
I was thinking lizard people.
Oh, the lizard people, yes.
Lizard people, yeah.
The infamous lizard people.
Yeah.
You know, when we were just down in Louisiana, I kept watching for some, but...
Well,
I haven't seen much of the lizard people lately.
yeah, the last thing I remember seeing was something in 2016.
I thought that guy sitting in the Chinese restaurant what this was.
Well, no one knows about the guy in the Chinese restaurant.
Well, your dad
but we all know about popular people in, like, celebrities who've been criticized as lizard people.
Really? Because all I gotta say is we were sitting in the Chinese restaurant, and the whole time we were there, this guy was making these noises, and it was scaring me. And I was like,
But he's getting Chinese food, so it wasn't like he was there to eat people.
no, but you never know what
Reptilian
special order he
humanoid.
had.
Yeah, well, the reptilian overlords supposedly are, amongst us, and they're watching us. But they're big, so I don't know how they hide. But that is a big genre that people actually, believe in, that we are being monitored by these reptilians.
Yeah.
And that we actually come from reptilians.
I don't think we come from lizards per se in a sense, but I mean, oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, she's definitely a reptilian.
Hmm?
Absolutely.
It's a common belief that all politicians, including Mark Zuckerberg,
He's part of the reptilian.
Yes.
He does have green reptilian eyes.
And he is a sneaky little jerk. Taking all our information and all that. V. That's what I was looking for earlier. V is a science fiction franchise created by American writer, producer, and director Kenneth Johnson about a genocidal invading alien race known as the Visitors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that. I've seen a couple episodes of that.
It was on. They did it twice.
Yeah, it's been on a couple different times.
Yeah.
But the reptilian humanoids disguised as human beings trying to take over Earth, and the human reaction to this, including the resistance group attempting to stop them, while others collaborated with the aliens for power and personal wealth. 3 years after the 1981 wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, the 1984 TV series V included a planned wedding between the two leading visitors, Charles and Diana. Although Charles got murdered before the wedding could take place, it has sometimes been suggested that some aspects of the franchise may have helped inspire some of David Icke's above-mentioned theories. And David Icke is basically the guy who really brought the whole everyone is a lizard to light.
You know, I'm more attuned to believe in that UFOs and aliens exist before I believe in lizard people.
Well, David Icke. According to the British conspiracy theory, David Icke, tall, bloodthirsty, shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system, now hiding in underground bases, are the force behind a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. He contends that most of the world's ancient and modern leaders are related to these reptilians, including the Merovingian dynasty, the Rothschilds, the Bush family, and the British royal family. Icke's conspiracy theories now have supporters up to 47 countries, and he has given lectures to crowds of up to 6,000 people. American writer Vicky Santillano included it in her list of the 10 most popular conspiracy theories, describing it as the wackiest theory she has yet encountered.
It is pretty wacky.
It's almost as wacky as moon bases.
Yeah, that the moon is hollowed out and there's aliens living in it.
Dinosaur aliens, and they want parts of the sky spleen so they can adapt.
Yeah, and they're monitoring Earth.
Yeah.
Waiting, they're hibernating, waiting to attack.
Waiting.
When it's right.
Once it's ready.
Yeah, I don't know when that's going to be, but
there was a poll in 2013 by the Public Policy Polling that indicated that 4% of registered voters believe in David Icke's ideas.
4%?
4% of registered voters.
Yeah. I'm thinking of those registered voters that said yes. Like half of them are probably going, yes, sure, why not?
Lizard people!
Yeah, awesome!
I mean, I don't believe in lizard people per se, but I think it's a really cool conspiracy theory.
It is a conspiracy theory, that is for sure.
It's one of my favorite because there's facts behind it.
What facts?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've looked into it. At least I'm honest.
Not because this David guy says they exist.
No, he's not a reliable source.
No, I don't think so.
If I cited him in a paper, I probably would get points off.
Just like using Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Actually, Wikipedia is becoming acceptable again. Or now, in some cases.
No, not when it can be changed and admired. Oh, excuse me, sorry. You know, I mean, I get more credibility watching, you know, the
YouTube documentaries?
No, like Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, Nation Aliens.
When they go through what they go through and talk about the pyramids and, you know, the ruins and the hieroglyphs or, you know, the pictures and stuff like that, it makes more sense than this guy.
This is true. But, like, what else is there that's out there eating humans and taking their places?
Bears. Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I don't think bears are stealing people places.
No, that is... lions? No.
Tigers?
maybe tigers.
I think tigers.
Yeah, it's gotta be the tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Not so sure.
That Mark Zuckerberg, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Nicolas Cage being a doppelganger was creepy, but it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I'll probably get banned from social media now.
Yeah, because we're calling one of the big shots there.
Especially if he's reptilian, we'll have reptilians visiting us. Excuse me, you were talking bad about our overlord? Who?
What? Mark Zuckerberg, I mean.
Yeah, what? Who?
Who? Your overlord? No, I didn't say that.
We have you on video saying it. That's not me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't wear hats like that. I don't even wear hats. What did you throw?
I lost my phone.
You lost your phone.
Alright, so that leads us to our final topic. The movie that Tom won't watch.
Again? Still? Why won't you watch this movie, Tom?
Because of all the movies out there, well, like Alien.
Okay.
Scary movie.
Okay, yes.
Scary movie. When the alien pops out of an egg.
Latches onto your face.
It impregnates you. You know, like a feeding tube down your throat. And then the alien pops out of your stomach. That's horrific.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
that is horrible.
You know, in the second version of the movie The Thing, where Kurt Russell, it did the same thing.
The Thing, you know, the original Thing was another 1950s classic. Sort of the same thing. They unthaw an alien, and, you know, somebody left the electric blanket on, and it thaws out the alien. The alien starts doing his thing, and puts his seeds inside people.
The only scene I remember from The Thing, I think I was watching the original one, was the dog scene, which is one of the opening scenes.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past that because I was upset about the dog.
Yeah, and they had dogs
dog
in the
died.
second one, too.
Yep, so, I mean, you can't trust dogs either. The aliens will get them.
Those poor pooches.
Yep. Poor
Yeah,
pooches.
plenty of times the dog always gets it. The cat usually gets away.
Yeah, like in the Alien movies. The cat got away.
Yep, cat always got away.
Oh, another one is like, I think it was in Starship Troopers, and one of the,
Yes.
the bug, like, hypnotize or, like, get into the one dude's head or whatever and basically take over his body, mind, and
I
soul.
think it's in Stormship Troopers 3.
Yeah, we just watched those, didn't we?
The first Stormship Troopers was all about the big bugs.
Yeah, the really big bugs.
The mind bug. You know, that would go in and, you know, just suck out your brain cells and
Learn from
everything
you.
Learn from you. You know, I mean...
The second one was, I thought that was the second one, though. I didn't...
No, that was the first one.
No, the second one was the one with the dude and the one chick who was pregnant, and they were at that one outpost.
Oh,
the
yeah,
outpost
okay.
was being invaded by the bugs.
Second one then, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember the plot from the third one because I don't think it was really good.
Yeah. Whatever is the second or third one, you know, the bugs were inside you, and then they would come out, and then they would try to go up your nose or in your mouth and start controlling your mind and stuff.
Ooh, which reminds me of Slug.
Slug?
Slug. I think that's the name of the movie. Okay, so there was this movie. It was like a B horror movie, but it actually turned out really good, at least from my perspective as like a 12-year-old. And it was about these slug things that would basically do the whole thing that the alien babies would do, which was like impregnate you, but instead of impregnate you, they would like, you know, ram themselves down your throat and go down into your body and actually come back up and go into your brain and start control you from there. And
Yeah, go ahead.
And basically at the end of the movie, they lost because like the humanity lost because the slugs got to everybody. But I remember this one chick who was in the main group, she got taken and it used her as like a spawning ground, and then she exploded into like a million slugs just flying everywhere. And the two people who were like survivors were very disgusted because they were hoping to save her.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a very
It wasn't a good movie?
Well, it wasn't a very achieved movie. It has a rating of 5 out of 10. So, I mean, it was doable. It was a late 1980s movie. It was sort of a remake. Not a remake, but it was
Slug.
It was trying to
I think-
get the feel of a 1950s movie, but they made it in the late 80s.
I know. I don't think I got to watch the movie Slither. But it was,
Oh, no, yeah, that was Slither. It was Slither,
Okay, that's
which
what
was
you're
based
talking
on
about.
Slug.
Okay, and then there was also recently a movie called Host that was out here just, I think it was last year or the year before. And I haven't got to around to watching that either, but an alien gets inside of you. So.
Let's see if I can find Slither, the movie from 2006. So I was 9 when I watched this, because I know we watched it when it came out.
Yeah, you were too bad. You would sneak in while I was watching HBO.
No,
Yeah.
you were like, Phoenix, come watch this with me.
I didn't want you to be afraid of scary movies either.
I don't like jump scares. I like horror and suspense, but I don't like jump scares.
And you love sci-fi too, don't
I
you?
do love sci-fi. You
Thank
did
you.
you did
Whole
good
family.
there.
Whole family loves sci-fi.
But basically, this is one of the scenes from it. That there at the very middle bottom is a slug. And the slugs are gross, man.
Okay, the movie Slugs was actually giant man-eating mutant slugs.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
Slither was probably the one that you were thinking of.
Slither is the one I was thinking of. They eventually grow and they start forming together and eventually turn into this really big slug dude, and it's pretty disturbing.
Oh, Raven sends word hi to you guys. Hope the show's doing well.
Woohoo!
She's cooking tacos.
Nice. But this
Yeah, that's pretty.
he looks like he's covered in ketchup or something.
Yeah, probably for the movie. Ketchup.
Yeah. But yeah, Slither. Oh, here's a good picture of those slugs.
It still doesn't scare me as bad as Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So.
Slugs.
Oh, yummy!
Yeah, and they jump down your throat and they go up into your brain, and that's how they controlled you and made you crawl and walk and stuff to the big dude and merge with him
Oh, nice.
gross
Yeah, gross, icky.
Yeah, I didn't want any hugs for a week.
Or slugs.
I never wanted slugs.
Yeah.
But that one was definitely a very it took over your body and your
Yeah.
mind and your soul.
Well, sort of along the lines of Invasion of Body Snatchers, but at least, these aliens are killing you. You don't become a duplicate,
Yeah.
which that's the scary part for me.
Yeah.
Because, with Invasion of Body Snatchers, you don't know if you're talking to the real person or the alien.
Yeah. That's why I'm the Aswang.
Mm-hmm.
Oswang?
Yeah.
Wong?
Yep. What about it?
That thing is slightly terrifying because I think I didn't read anywhere that it actually steals your place or anything like that. It's
No.
kind of
It takes your soul.
well, to be a part of the community.
Oh, yeah. Just chilling out.
Yeah, it looks like it seems like it's just its own entity. It doesn't actually steal anyone's identity or anything.
Hey, Oswald, you want a burger? No, I don't eat souls, thanks.
Souls are good for my soul.
Yeah. Okay. Must be a religious guy.
Yeah. Yeah, Slither. I gotta stop looking at that stuff. I'd rather
Yeah.
look at the lizard people again.
Nah, it's okay. So Slither and slugs, sort of the same
Concepts.
same concept there. Aliens coming in and taking over. This time here it's slugs. Snaky looking things.
New year, new you.
Oh boy.
You just become a giant part of the slug thing that's trying to take over the world, and turns out it gets stuck here. Or
boy.
it's doing that thing that humanity's doing, but a lot faster, which is destroying everything.
Right.
Actually, if I remember correctly, in Slither, it only went after humans. It didn't go after animals or anything. It just went after humans.
It would have to go after animals after all the humans were gone.
This is true, unless it moved.
Oh yeah.
And if it only wanted super sentient creatures. Even though we all know that most animals are partially sentient. Like, you can look at a cat as it's about to knock something down. You can tell it no. It'll touch it. It'll look back at you. It'll see your eyes and your anger and your fuming rage.
And they'll still knock it over.
And then they'll knock it over. It's like they touch it to just see your reaction, and then they knock it over. That's what cats do.
So I wonder if cats are some sort of evil aliens that are put on this earth just to piss us off.
I mean, it would explain why we worship them.
And people say they steal souls.
Well, when you die, if you have cats, and when they go hungry, the first thing they're going to eat are your eyes. What? True. And they say your eyes are the window to the soul. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason they go for the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever wake up to your cat slicking your eyes, it's because they think you're dead.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Fun facts with Phoenix.
Put my glasses on from now. From now on.
I'm lucky that the cats don't like sleeping on my face.
Raven's cat was trying to sleep on my face last night.
That means you must be dying.
Yep. 30 pounds of weight on my face. Yeah, I think I was dying.
What are you thinking about, Tom?
Not about pod people, that's for sure.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
Did you know when the pod people arrive, they come in this thing that looks like this?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like a pod.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, a pod.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm well aware of that.
And whenever it's ready to sprout or attack its first victim, it kind of opens up like a pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like peas. Do they come from pods?
I was thinking about peas. Wouldn't some peas be good to eat right now, Raven? I mean, Phoenix?
No.
No, peas
I don't
are
even
gross.
like peas.
Peas are gross.
Peas come from pods, and no one wants that.
Yeah, it should be banned.
Anything that comes from
Banned.
a pod.
Yeah, pods.
Well, almost everything, because there's some things that technically come from a pod that we eat on a regular basis. Like, there's, like, some nuts that we eat that come from pods.
Right.
But they're just more like giant nuts. So there's nuts inside giant nuts that come in giant fruit, and that's what we eat.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's a fruit and it shrivels up and dries and it's ready to release the seeds, it turns into from a fruit to a pod because it dries up and hardens. So they call it a pod.
Then you have idiots eating Tide Pods.
Hey, maybe that was what that was all about. Pod people said, hey, let's make these Tide Pods.
And then we will
Eat them!
What if that really is what it is?
Conspiracy theory!
So Tide Pods are really the mini egg things of the pod people. And so instead of having to go out and hunt down the pod or their victims, they just have Tide Pods. And so what they do is whenever you eat it, if you survive, you grow more pod people inside of you, so you become the pod. And this is because of deforestation and habitat loss.
But it's not a very good method of distribution, because the idiots, the people that are stupid enough to eat them, are like probably less than 1/10 of 1/100% worldwide. So of the millions of Tide Pods that they make,
it was mostly college students.
No, it was high schoolers.
High schoolers.
High schoolers.
But some were college
yeah,
students.
you're gonna get 10 people are gonna be stupid enough to do it, or hundreds of people. But out of the world population, that's not enough. So the aliens, they missed the mark there. So hey, we make these. Now if they made them candy or beer.
Ooh.
Then they would have something, but they got wrong with detergent.
You see, that's what
we
they're
can make
doing.
their clothes smell fresh, like a spring summer day.
Yeah, and then they'll eat them.
On Riverdale, that's what they're doing. They're making their drugs look like candy.
Well, that's Riverdale and drugs. That's not Body Snatchers.
But
that's
killing
like
people and using an evil demon thing.
Well, that's not like the Powerpuff Girls episode where the broccoli invaders were no. There was vegetables that were sentient and aliens, and they were trying to take over the world. And so what it was is that anyone who ate the vegetables, the real vegetables, became like frozen in a mental state. They became mentally vegetables. And then the only way to defeat them was when all the kids decided to start eating the vegetables that invade it.
Hey, nothing's better than Mike Gasaway's Jimmy Neutron show. And all the times the aliens attacked.
I do remember that the one movie that they did, the first Jimmy, the movie that got it all started was the chicken dance and all that fun stuff with the mind control. But that's not really body snatchers, it's just adult napping. So kind of, I guess it is body snatching because you're snatching bodies.
But we were using them for slave labor.
No, they were going to feed them to the giant chicken god.
Yeah, they were going
to they were
They
food.
would be crunchy food.
Well, if you go to all the alien movies, that's all we are is food. We're cattle. For a lot of the alien invaders, if you think about it, we are their food.
I don't know why they think we taste good.
We're either food or slave labor. So, like Battlefield Earth, we were slave labor.
Oh, what was that show that had James Caan in it? It was a movie. He walked with a cane and he was a cop. And the aliens crash landed and they had all been slaves.
Alien Nation.
Alien Nation.
No, Alien Nation was different because these were aliens that were slaves on the planet that they were from, and they crash landed on Earth and we assimilated them. And they got drunk drinking spoiled milk. So they weren't there to eat us. But then you get alien invaders I don't know if they're aliens like Cloverfield, where these monsters were taking over the world and
demolishing everything.
Yeah, I just watched that for the first time the other day.
You and I watched it.
Oh, you were watching it with me? I have no memory.
That was years ago when it first came out.
I just watched it the other day. I never.
The one with the shaky camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. Remember, because I used to have problems before the transplant. I had trouble.
I still have problems.
For some reason, that's when I found out the other night. I watched it and I was like, "Wow, this doesn't bother me anymore."
That's good, you lucky person.
Yeah, because I tell you what, I wish though I wouldn't have watched it because it was very upsetting.
Everyone dies, right?
Yes. I ruined that movie for anybody who hasn't seen it.
I'm assuming because I watched the first hour of it, which is halfway through the movie because it was 2.5 hours long or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the first half of the movie. Very proud of myself, and then I realized it was I watched the first hour. I was like, yeah, I'm almost done, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's 2.5 or an hour and a half to go. I don't got that type of energy.
Even in World of Wars, you survive. But so I was kind of like, oh man, this movie we don't.
Cowboys versus Aliens was good.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
That was good because they wanted us because apparently we had gold.
Right.
And they were going to use the humans as slave labor food.
Yeah. We must taste really good.
Apparently. I mean, there's cookbooks on how to make human.
Well, that's like the one Outer Limits of Twilight Zone episode where, these aliens came down and they were, giving us all this technology and helping us, health-wise and curing diseases. And it says, please come back to our planet and you can get, you'll learn and experience more. But they found a book. It says, How to Serve Man was the title of the book, but it wasn't to serve us, it was to prepare us for a meal.
There was even, I don't remember the name of it, but it was off of Star Trek's creator. There was a Showtime, and I think it was before Raven was even born, and it only lasted 2 seasons, and this guy comes down from outer space, and he has all the answers to everything.
I do remember there was a movie like that. I remember I watched it. It was all black and white, and the dude landed his ship was in town square, and he was hiding with a family. And
the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah, that
he didn't
movie.
want to eat us. He wanted us. He was going to destroy us if we didn't behave.
Right? They
Yeah.
were watching us, and the nuclear weapons that we were using and the wars on Earth. They said, "Hey, you're not compatible. You can't. You guys need to go. Straighten up, or I'll destroy you." Anyway,
Yeah.
it's getting about that time.
It's time.
An hour's gone on. We talked about some Asawongs.
We talked
You
about
like
your.
saying that word.
Yeah,
I
I
meant
do.
to listen to him say that the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
We talked about your favorite movie franchise.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not watching it.
Why not,
No,
Dad? It's your
no.
favorite movie
Not
franchise.
doing it. No.
There's 4 movies you gotta watch.
Yeah, no.
Guys, we gotta get
Not
into
doing
one
it.
movie.
Not doing it. No.
We'll disguise it as a Monty Python episode.
I have a
wait
question.
a minute.
I have a question. Has Godzilla actually been seen eating anybody?
No,
No.
Godzilla don't eat people. We're too tiny.
He just smashes.
He just steps on things on accident and gets angry and knocks things over.
Yep.
But time for the disclaimer.
The opinions and facts expressed on the Skeptic Sanctum may or may not be factual, honest, truthful, or shared with anyone with any common sense. They may also not coincide with the beliefs, moral or otherwise, of the patriotic host, the Marxist capitalist co-host, unpaid interns, or management, whomever management is. The Skeptic Sanctum also reserves the right to refuse service if you are not wearing pants, tax title license not included, offers not valid in the District of Columbia, the province of Quebec, the principalities of the valleys of Andorra, the country of Spain, the state of Michigan, and most parts of western Pennsylvania.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Night, Raven!
Once the thing's over. Dad's slowly struggling to move, unless Dad wants to move the webcam. I didn't expect you to come. I would have set it up differently if you were coming. Or if I don't. Not that. I would have left the couch.
If they want me to stay, I'll give them the stay.
I'm gonna rearrange so that I have your phone like this. This might be how you guys are.
Yeah.
But with the cat tower behind you.
As long as it's not.
Or that window in the back behind you. Actually, I think it's gonna be the window in the back.
I mean, that's what's right here. It's just a window
Yeah.
with curtains.
I think that's what